Okay, today for HarborFinancialOnline.com, I want to talk about the child income tax credit and the income limits that the IRS has set against that credit that allows you to qualify for it. So first, if you're filing married but joint, you can make up to $110,000 before that credit gets slowly phased out. If you're filing single, individual, you can make up to $75,000 before that credit becomes phased out. And then if you're filing married but separate, you can make up to $55,000. So if you can file jointly married, you're a lot better off on this credit. The credit allows you to get a $1,000 direct credit on your return, which is different than just a deduction, because a deduction is just a percentage. This credit, the $1,000, is $1,000 right back in your pocket as a refund. So it's really a nice credit to get if you can qualify for. What I'm going to do is bring up the form that you have to attach to your 1040 to get the credit. So I'll bring up the 1040 and the form that goes with it so you guys can see. When you're filling out the 1040, you can see my cursor here. In this box 4 is where you check the box if you qualify for this credit, and by checking that box, then you are attaching this form 8812 to your return, which fills out the boxes that shows you qualify for this credit and the amounts. If you're filing for 3 or more children, you'll fill out part 2, but most of the time you aren't gonna worry about any of this, and you're going to go directly from part 1 all the way down to 13, which will be the total credit you receive. Now, if you complete the return online electronically, the program is going to automatically filter in all these boxes, so you don't have to worry about the math of all these boxes. So it's not as hard as it looks. It's going to automatically attach this return, this extra form, to your 1040, which is over here. Fill in each box, show you the total amount you qualify for. And if you have, say, 2 kids that qualify, 17 and under, you're going to have a $2,000 direct deduction on your return right off the bat. So you can definitely increase your refund by quite a bit by getting this credit. I'm going to show you our site real quick, HarborFinancialOnline.com. We have a page devoted right towards this credit because it is so popular and so widely used. So if you want to learn more about the credit, a little more details of it, I suggest you check out this page that we have on the site. We go, like I said, pretty into detail on the credit. You can prepare your return right off this site, and it's very easy to fill out the information to get the credit on your return. So I suggest that if you think you do have an eligible child or multiple ones to get the credit on your return, you should take a look at this page and see how much money you can save by getting the credit. Now I'm going to go over some of the factors that allow you to receive this credit. The first thing is the eligible child has to be 17 years or younger at the end of the year on December 31st. So that's important. A lot of people think just because their child lives with them, say they're a senior in high school and they're 18, they get the credit, but you have to be 17 or under. So just because that child is still in school and lives with you doesn't mean you can claim them to get the child tax credit. I'm going to go over some of the other factors with you real quick that allow you to get the credit. As far as a relationship, I'm going to go over the different relationships that allow you to get the credit. It can be your son, daughter, adopted child, stepchild, eligible foster child. So if you have 7 or 8 foster kids, you're going to get the credit for each one. Then it could be a lot of money. It can be a brother, sister, if you support them, stepbrother, stepsister, descendant, and a descendant of any of these individuals. So it's not just your own kid that you can qualify for this credit. You can get a lot of other different areas. So a lot of people don't realize that, and they do miss out on the credit. Now, any of these individuals that you're reporting for the credit, they will have to be a U.S. citizen or you're immediately disqualified. They had to have lived with you for at least half of the year to get that credit, and you will, in some cases, have to prove that to the IRS. So make sure that that really did happen, that they did live with you, because you could get that credit removed plus some fines and penalties on that. So that's really important to follow. You had to have provided at least half of the support to that qualifying individual. So again, you have to have proof of that. So make sure that you're saving receipts that you can show that you've supported at least that person half of the year. Very important. So those are the most important parts of the child tax credit. Again, I recommend that you take a look at our site. If you want to read a little bit more about the credit, you can see here that we have the entire page devoted to it. And if you have any questions about the credit, please feel free to send me an email at expert@harborfinancialonline.com, and I'll answer any questions you have about the credit. I've been preparing returns for most of my career, and this is a credit that I'm very experienced in, so I'd be glad to help you get this credit and to fill out the information right to make sure you receive it. And check out our site, harborfinancialonline.com. We have other areas of tax that we cover, all the different deductions, ways to increase your refund, and prepare the return rate online. So thank you, and thank you for taking the time to look at our video, and hopefully you watch some of our future videos. Thank you.